Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, before I get to the news topics, I simply want to say that Josh Wentz and I, who both have four-wheel drive, came to the studio to do this show this morning. And I have to take a shot at Governor Andy Beshear, as well as other governors around the country, but particularly Andy Beshear, because I think there's probably a different attitude from some governors, like Republican governors. But it's really this. I don't understand why the governor has to be involved in weather reporting, and I'm blown away. I don't know why people sit and watch the weather like over and over and over again. Like right now, all the local news, nonstop weather, and it's like, why? We know it snowed. We know there's ice. We don't need you to tell you. So like yesterday when I got home from work, and my wife had the Fox 19 on, and Frank Marzullo is somewhere, and he's doing demonstrations of how deep the snow is, and da-da-da. And I'm like, how do these people do this with a straight face? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And my point is this, when they do these emergencies and they say, you know, you're supposed to stay off the roads, blah, blah, blah. Well, anybody with a four-wheel drive vehicle could navigate out there right now just fine. It's that simple. So it's like, why does our country have to be so wimpy? Why can't our country be tough? Tough again. Maybe that'll be a motto when I run for president. Tough again. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. How, you know, lockdown, shutdown, blah, blah, blah. You know? It's like we make excuses to not be able to do something instead of excuses to do something. Anyway, that's my thought about all that. The Ohio State Republican Party is missing $3 million. Nobody knows where it went. I mean, it was just taken off the old balance sheet. This ought to be interesting. And of course, we know the Republican establishment is where all of those establishment Republicans that are DeWiners and Portmanites. So we'll see what happens. Foreign nurses. I saw a national news article where they're bringing in more and more foreign nurses. Now just think about that. Would you rather have an unvaccinated, fully masked, American-trained nurse, or a foreign nurse where you're going to have training differentials, you're going to have language disparities? Which would you rather have as your nurse? I think I know the answer. It's just so absurd. I mean, just absurd. Facebook took an over $200 billion market hit. Good old Zuckerberg lost about $30 billion. For the first time, Facebook has reported a decline in usership. You know what old Zuck says? Zuck says, oh, it's TikTok. Really, blaming TikTok. No, it's not. It is their policies and how they treat us. All the censorship. It gets so bad. I mean, but for what I do, I would give up. But because of what I do, because I'm affiliated with law and politics and media, I'm not going to give up. If I wasn't, I'd give up. If I was just a regular old Facebook user, I'd say, screw it. And that's what's going on. It's their policies. It's not TikTok. Joe Biden came out, and remember I told you this was going to happen. I like being a prophet. He came out and referenced colored children. He remembers when there were colored children. I'm telling you, this guy is going to say something even wilder and crazier one day because he's got Alzheimer's, Parkinson, or something, obviously. And it's going to be a hoot. Who knows what it's going to be? He's going to drop an inappropriate F-bomb. He's going to drop some kind of he'll use some part of the anatomy improperly. You watch. It's going to be hilarious when he says something like way out of there crazy. It's going to happen. Georgia black voters have dropped for Biden by 28% in a poll. Now, I find this very interesting, and it's this. Isn't it interesting that at the same time the American Communist 10 want to keep the race war going, led by the media and the Democratic Party, that at the same time they're wanting to keep the race war going, they are losing black voters. It's interesting. Chuck Schumer made a comment that all white men up until 1981 were on the Supreme Court, forgetting about Thurgood Marshall's appointment. Good old Chuck. This is a United States senator. I'm telling you, folks, these people are not smart. They're just gangsters. They're gangsters. They read their speeches. Chuck Schumer, when he goes on that Senate floor, if you notice, always reads his speeches with it. You've been a senator that long, you just can't walk out there and say what you need to say? It's unbelievable. First, Bezos wanted to spend a couple $100 million to put his name on the Smithsonian. The latest. I mean, this is billionaire land that we've created. There is an historical bridge in Rotterdam that they're going to remove so he can dock his yacht. Bezos' yacht, historical bridge. You watch, there'll be something that he wants to do, they'll tear down the freaking pyramids in Egypt for him. That's next. Hey, Mount Rushmore's got to go. I need a landing pad there for my helicopter fleet. This is the world we live in. Don Lemon, I hate this guy. And it has nothing to do with the fact that he's black or he's gay. It's because he's stupid and racist and a mean, nasty son of a bitch. Don Lemon says, oh, WHOOPI, we got to stop the cancel culture. The double standard of this morning. This guy, you know what? This is going to be interesting. Zucker's gone. It's going to be interesting to see who takes over and does CNN take a different track. Because the people, this network is at a free fall. And you wonder why. And they just keep on going. You know, they got rid of Chris Cuomo. They got rid of Zucker now. But, you know, Don Lemon, all these people it's unbelievable. And then, of course, we now are learning that it might be Chris Cuomo's revenge, that he's the one that's letting, things leak out there and telling everybody Zucker may be gone because he's the one that blew the whistle on this known relationship. By the way, I'm somebody, just like I said that quote that Massey missed, big deal. The fact that Zucker's got a relation, thank God, these corporate roles, has a relationship with that, he's got to be fired. Why? Pelosi is told the Olympians, now this is hypocrisy at its best. Pelosi tells the Olympians, don't say anything bad about China or the Chinese. And she acts like she's looking out for them. She goes, because they're so ruthless and bad. Oh, so we got the Speaker of the House acknowledging how rotten Chinese are, but we're not going to focus on the Wuhan lab, and we're going to let China buy us all off and capture elites and do all the things that they do with the Bidens and then act like she's looking out for them. I saw where some congressman passed a bill or something about you better not have any of our athletes disappear. Holy cow, they're worried about our athletes getting shanghaied? Woo! Prince Harry, I tell you right now, I can't stand this guy. He and his wife. They live in a mansion that they're borrowing from somebody. And they come out and he starts talking about work burnout and, you got to have time off and I was a victim of burnout too and blah, 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 blah. When you got a prince complaining or telling us how we need to live our lives or manage our lives, it is puke-worthy of the highest freaking order, isn't it? Kamala Harris is now blaming Congress on the border. It's Congress's fault. And guess what? The new number one priority, she says, is citizenship for all of the illegal aliens. Pour them all in, man. Let's get a couple million more in here if we can do this. TRUDEAU, Trudeau is just continuing to insist those truckers get vaccinated. And not only that, maybe considering the military to intervene to stop them. Now, I was thinking about this, how stupid this is. Just think about this. You're a trucker. You're a tough old trucker. All right? You're driving your truck all day. Who is around you while you're driving your truck? Nobody. You stop your truck and fuel up at a truck stop. Who are you around? Nobody. I mean, think about this. You have people who are alone in a truck that they want to get vaccinated. I mean, it's crazy. It's so stupid. Stupid. Insist. Last but not least, half the members of the National Education Association are considering quitting. That's half the teachers for all intents and purposes. I'm telling you right now, this country was founded upon freedom and liberty and self-reliance. And we got to get back to that, or it's going down the tubes. And you have the American Communist tent led by the media that it's wimpydom. It's wimpydom. And, shut down schools, shut down this, shut down that. They find excuses not to do anything. Where's the self-reliance anymore? Everybody show up to school and you get it done. Parents get their kids there, teachers get there, principals get there, and you learn something. Remote learning. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, we cannot we got two choices. People like us can fight back. Our team and our teammates can fight back, help Trump and their others fight back, or we succumb. We give up. We can't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, every dog has their day. I hope today is yours. Stay safe, stay warm. If you got four-wheel drive, go out there and drive.